Hello, today we are solving another aquarium puzzle, and this is Aquarium by Blast Off. If you want to play along, you can scan this QR code or you can click the first link in the description to play along. I'll take you through the rules and then we'll start solving. So, in Aquarium, we have to fill water in some of these cells in the grid. So, we can fill water like this, right? But we have to follow a few rules. The most basic rules are these numbers in rows and columns. So these numbers denote how many cells in that row or column contain water. So for example, in this row, exactly 4 cells will contain water and rest of the cells will be empty. So these are these clues. And along with that, we have a few rules related to the properties of water in aquarium. So there are a few properties. So for example, a water cell cannot be suspended. So water cannot be suspended like this. It will have to be either supported by a base in a container. So there are many containers. It is divided into containers. So it has either to be supported by the base or it has to have water beneath it. So basically in any container, if a level is filled, then all the levels below that will also be filled. Right, that's the first rule. The second rule is that the level of water in a container is going to be the same. So, for example, if I fill these cells in this container, then these two cells will also need to be filled because there are some cells which are already filled at the same level. So, the level of the water in the container has to be um, the same in the whole container. And I think those are all the rules, so we can get started. Yeah, so I'll start by looking for columns which have bigger numbers. So 7, for example, in this column, what we see is that there are these two small containers. So even if I fill both containers, this is going to be just 5 cells. I'll still need 2 more cells. So these two will have to be filled. I'll not start filling from the top because the water has to start from the bottom so that the upper levels can be filled. So these 2 cells are going to be filled even in the worst case. So these 2 cells are always filled. Okay, now look at this 4. Now we need 4 cells in this row, and we already have 1 cell filled with water. So we need 3 more cells. Now, to make 3 cells, we cannot fill any of the cells in this region of the container because if we fill any of the cell, we'll have to fill all the cells because water has to maintain its level. So these are all going to be empty, which means from the rest of the cells, some are going to be filled, and we have to make 3 cells apart from this, and we have a set of 2, 1, and 2. So it will be 2 plus 1, 3. So we'll have to include 1. Now look at this container. Now in this container, since there is a water at this level, all the levels below it will also contain water. So these are also filled. All right, that's good. That's good. Okay, now look at this 7. To make a 7, we need 7 cells, and there are total of how many? I think 10 cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So out of these 10, I have to keep 3 cells empty, and they cannot be from here because if I keep any of the cell empty, all the cells in this level in the container are going to be empty. So water is present here, so these cannot be empty. So we already have 4 digits of this 7, 4 water cells in this row. That's good. Can I use similar logic somewhere else? Okay, I don't see anything yet. In this one, we just need three. In this one, we need two. In this one, we need three. Oh, look at this four. Now, this four is a small number. And look at this container. This container has five levels. Its height is five. So the fifth level can never be filled. So this one's empty. But rest of them can be filled. Oh, I forgot to look at this container. So if you take a look at this container, it already has the bottom level empty. So none of the levels above it can have water. So these are also empty. Now that's a big clue. That is a big clue. And how we are going to use it is by looking at this column, the seven column. So in this seven column, there are, I think, five and five. So there are 10 cells in this column, and we have to keep three empty and fill water in the seven. Right. So there are already two empty cells. So we have to keep at most one more cell empty. So if I keep any cell empty, maybe this one. So, oh, okay. So let me put it this way. We need three empty cells. Two are already empty, and we have to place one more empty cells. The empty cell cannot be here because if this one's empty, then this one will also have to be empty because there cannot be water suspended, above an empty cell. So this one cannot be empty, so it is filled. Similar logic applies here. If this one's empty, then this will have to be empty. So this is also filled. Right. Oh, now look at this container. Since there is a water at this level, the whole level will be filled and all the levels below it will also be filled. Right, now look at this four. We already have two cells, so we just need two more cells. So we cannot fill any of these cells because these are four go together. So these are empty. We just need two more here. Oh, and now since these are empty, that doesn't mean anything. We can still fill water in these cells. Okay, now look at this seven. We need three empty cells in this column, and we already have one. So we just need two more. And those two cannot be these two, right? I mean, this cell possibly can be empty because if this was empty, then I'll have to make the rest of the cells in this container empty. So those will be a total of four cells and a fifth one here. So this is filled, which means this whole level is filled. Can this be empty? If this is empty, then again, these two cells are also going to be empty because they are above this in the container. And that will make a total of four cells in this column empty. So this is also filled. That's good. That's in progress. And now this four needs four cells with water in this row, out of which three are already filled. So we just need one more, which means these two are empty, these three are empty, and one of these ones is filled. And since these three cells are empty, anything above it is also empty. Same goes here. Does that mean anything? Yes, that means something. So in this 7, now we have 2 empty cells. We just need one more. And this one can be empty because if this one's empty, the one above it will also be empty, making a total of 4 empty cells, which is not possible. So this one has to be filled. And now all the levels below it and equal to this will be filled. Right. Now look at this 7. There are 6 cells filled. We just need one more. These 3 go together, so they're empty. So this one is filled. And the level below it is also filled. So now this 7 is complete. And this 4 has now 2 cells already filled, which means we just need 2 more. So even in this 3 container, we cannot have 3 cells filled, so the top one has to be empty. Right, now look at this 7. We already have 3 empty cells, so rest of the cells have to be filled. This is filled, this is filled, and this is filled. So this 7 is complete. And now I'll just fill the container based on the levels. So this container, the whole level is filled, and same goes here. Right, and in this 7, we needed one more empty cells, and this one cannot be empty because then the above cell has to be empty. So this is filled, which means all the cells in its level and below it are also filled. Oh, look at this 7. We need 3 more cells with water, and we only have 1, 2, and 2. So we'll have to include a 1 and one of the two 2's to make a 3, which will make a total of 7 here. Right. And now look at this container. So here we have to fill all the levels below it. So this is filled, which completes this 4 and also completes this 4, which means the rest of the cells are empty. And now this 4 has only one possibility, which is this one, and this is complete. Now this 7, um, can it, can it use this? I think it can. There is nothing that prevents it. Oh, look at this 4. We already have 2 cells filled in this column. We just need 2 more. And they have to be the bottom 2 of the container. They cannot be anywhere else because the water will start filling from the bottom. So these 2 are filled, which means the whole levels are filled. So this 4 is complete, which means these 2 are empty and the level here is also empty. We are still unsure about this one though. It could be filled because of this 4. Oh, I think we know this. So now look at the 7. This is complete because of this. So we'll mark it complete, which means these are empty and all the levels above it in the container are empty, which means for this 4 to complete, we'll have to fill this. And now this is complete. Right, and now for this 7, we already have 3 empty cells. So we'll place all the rest of the cells, we'll drench them in water, so we'll have them filled. And this is also complete. This one already has 3 empty cells, so rest of them are filled, which means all the level here and level here are filled, which completes this one. And now to complete this cell, we just need one more cell with water, which is going to be this one, and which forces us to fill the level below it with water, which should complete the puzzle. And yes, that's how the puzzle has been completed. Again, if you want to play along, you can either scan this QR code that will take you to the puzzle page, and or you can just click the first link in the description. Bye.